Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Tori, Dustin, and Leo podcast, or the TDL podcast. I'm Tori.
I'm Dustin.
And I'm Leo.
Nice to have you guys back for
that.
Yeah, I really
nice
did.
to have you guys back for episode 2. We are continuing the first episode since we still have multiple stories to tell. What?
No. Yeah, we had too many poop stories to put all in one episode, so now we're doing part 2 of poop stories. So
first episode is really shitty.
Yeah, if you liked the first episode, if you heard it, if you haven't, you should go back unless you're Kajo, because you like to start stuff after episode 1.
Yep.
But, check out part 1 if you want, and now we're on to part 2.
Des couldn't join us this time, so I'm sure we'll see her in future episodes.
She just would rather sleep. It's 10 o'clock. That's weird.
If I could, I would be sleeping right now still too. But Dustin has to work today, so.
I think it's because girls have to get ready, though. Me and Dustin just woke up and we're here. I mean, he didn't even trim his mustache up. It's just chilling.
I'm growing it out, dude.
Please don't.
But are you going to get rid of everything around it, though?
Yeah, that's the whole point of growing a fucking mustache.
But you don't have to grow this part out to grow your mustache, fool.
I might keep this for a classic goatee.
You can't.
Oh, speak of the devil, dude, she's up. She better not try to join in here, bruh.
The dogs are in there.
I'm working. Are you going to join us?
Do I look like I'm ready to join?
She's kind of hiding. I wish you could see her, bro. She's like... Okay, get these dogs. No, and close the door.
They wanted to say hi to you.
Dang.
Okay, they said hi, now goodbye. Yeah, dude, I love you guys. Goodbye.
Well, welcome to the podcast. I guess.
With our special guests.
The dogs.
Pebbles.
Or Roscoe and Peebles, as I like to call them.
Is
that what you do?
Yeah.
All right, I want to tell you guys something that I did when I was a kid. But it was, I don't know why, but so my grandma, she used to pick me up from school every day, and she would, on the way home, I would just look out the window, and there was all these tall buildings, and they all had like birds on them, pigeons, and I used to think like, dude, one day I'm gonna train those pigeons. I'm gonna teach them how to carry these messages, bro. And I was convinced, dude, and that was my goal. But it's like, who are they going to send messages to, dude? I had no friends. They're just going to send mail back and forth.
You know that was like a real thing, right?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do it. I was like, dude, I'm going to grow up and do that. And I haven't done it. I can't even teach Pebbles how to sit, dude.
Well, you know how that stuff works, right?
Yeah, I don't know how.
They raise the pigeons in a coop, and then they take the pigeon out of that coop, and then tie a message to them. So the pigeon's like, oh, I need to go home, and it flies back to that coop.
But why would you send him back to the same coop? What if I want him to go to your coop?
Then you have one of my pigeons that you need to send home.
Oh. But how do you get them to my house?
I don't know, dude.
How do they know where to go?
I have something called the internet. That's the magic of it, Leo. How do they know where to go?
I'm going to have to look further into this, dude, because I really want to know.
No one knows.
If I could send you a pigeon with a message, dude, that'd be sick.
You would have to get a pigeon from here first. Speaking of pigeons, dude, when we were in Italy, pigeons terrify Tori.
I don't
really?
want to talk about that.
Just in Italy?
Yeah, no, everywhere. So what?
No, birds in general. I don't like birds. They freak me out.
Wow, because they're dinosaurs.
Birds freak me out. So anyway,
what is weird about that? I don't like birds. They're fucking sketchy.
Did you
get
don't
know what they're thinking. They fucking fly right at you.
They don't think much, I don't think.
We're walking around Italy. And there's pigeons in the streets and stuff like that. And
there's
like Tori
hundreds of them though. Like it's not like, oh, there's a pigeon on the ground. It was like fucking flocks of pigeons. No.
And if it flew off, she'd be like,
ah! I would not scream.
Yes, you would.
But why
they
though? Did you get attacked?
I didn't like them. No, they just freak me out. Like they're unruly. Like Tenley.
They're fucking flying around, no clothes on. First off.
Yeah, true.
They don't greet people.
They don't practice social distancing.
Podcast already.
Yeah.
Dude, my aunt used to have a bird. She had 2 birds, and one of them we named it. What was that? The Blastoise's name in the Pokemon movie, dude, where they're fighting each other. The cloned one.
Blastoise?
Yeah, that's what we named him, Blastoise.
Stupid.
I forget the other one. No, it was something Soaker, dude. What is his name?
Super Soaker?
Yeah, I think so. SS for short.
SSN. See, we're bringing it up.
Oh, dude, that's hella meta.
Bruh, listen though, these birds in Italy don't give a fuck about people. They will fly right in your face. Like, Tenley told me a story about how she was eating a panini, and this bitch swooped down and stole it from her. Yeah, a bird stole her food. No, I don't play with pigeons.
They're dinosaurs. They don't care.
No, I am not about it.
They can get away easy. Like, what are we gonna do? Chase them? No.
No.
If I was a bird, I'd be doing that shit too.
You'd be freaking people out?
Yeah. I was a bird one time, I guess. Toucan Sam.
That's right.
You know. But that's in the past.
I'd always wondered why that was your gamer tag. Is that really the reason why?
No, I don't remember why.
You just like Fruit Loops?
I really don't know. It was just so random. I don't even know if I picked it. It might have been my cousin.
Like you just inherited it?
Yeah.
It was assigned to you by Xbox?
Yeah. Random generated. Dude, some of those are good. Wasn't Moodar's like that? The muffin one?
No, he picked that one.
Oh.
LOL, the Muffin Man.
Oh, yeah, LOL.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Who lives on Corregidor Lane.
On what?
Corregidor? Isn't that where you used to live?
No, Drury, dude.
No? Oh, yeah. I hate you, dude.
So when Leo and I were kids, we played this game called Blanket Tag, right? It sounds pretty stupid, right? It's like ball tag, you know, where like if you throw the ball, the person that gets hit is it. Mm-hmm. But it was with a blanket. It sounds so stupid,
Clever.
but having the blanket is like it puts a unique spin on it because
it really does.
You think like it has a tail, so there's drag, so you throw it, but it like drops before it hits the person. If you don't like wrap it up right, it was like boom. Yeah, just fall. You're like, no, I'm still.
It just stops right in front of you.
Running around. We have so many funny stories playing blanket tag. We mainly played it at Leo's house because his mom's never home, so we could just do whatever we wanted. I remember I broke your banister going down into your basement. I would like go down the stairs and I would put my hand on the wall and on the my hand on the wall and on the banister, and I went to launch myself and just crack. I remember just
that thing was messed up, dude. My mom still hasn't fixed it to this day properly.
Didn't somebody else break it before I did that though?
I think because I was talking with Nick about this, and he said it might have been Nick that broke it originally.
He like carried it somewhere.
Like, carried it and was like, just this long ass banister, dude.
Didn't Nick also break the railing?
If the question is, did Nick also break?
Yeah, the answer is yes. Oh,
I thought he also broke the one on your porch, on your front porch.
Forgot about that. So we used to have little rails for the steps coming up. Yeah. Well, there's one still there. So Nick, I don't know what he was thinking. I'm pretty sure he did it on purpose because he's that kind of dude. So he was leaning over it and just like put all of his weight on it. So he wanted to point at something. He was like, oh, and then just flipped over. It was hilarious.
And the whole thing broke off?
Yeah, pretty much. It like separated from the concrete in the bottom. It broke off from the other rails on the porch.
Nick broke hella stuff, dude. And if it wasn't Nick that broke it, then he was still there. Like in my house,
he was still involved with it in some way.
They were roughhousing, dude, and Josh pushed Nick through my window, dude, and busted my window out.
I remember that, dude. I didn't think Josh pushed him though. I thought Josh like jumped at him.
Oh yeah, I think Nick tried to say he pushed him or something, but I think he got scared and backed up.
Big ass just fucking went right through that window, dude.
Dude, we fucked my house up.
I remember all of us sitting there kind of like. Like, what do you do, right?
Yeah.
Was your mom there that day?
I don't know. Probably not, dude. She was never there. We just would break everything in our house, dude. Me, Danny, and Eddie tried to get up on my roof. And Danny, you know, he's kind of a bigger guy, right? And
Right.
Not as like young and coordinated. He's older than us.
Right.
So he was getting on like our tree
Danny,
to get up there.
Like your brother, Danny?
No, Eddie.
Okay.
No, Eddie's brother.
Eddie's brother, Danny.
I didn't
So it's
realize
weird.
Eddie
I
had
have a
another
brother
brother,
named Danny
Danny.
also. Eddie has a brother named Danny. Eddie's brother's birthday is on January 21st. My birthday is on January 21st.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah. I forgot about that.
Really freaky.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Anyway.
But Danny, he got on this tree, dude. He tried to get up on my roof. And I guess he didn't grip properly. So he grabbed the gutter and like yanked the gutter down. And like broke our gutter.
Oh my god, dude. Was it the one in the corner? Like
Yeah.
the front corner? Yeah, I thought so.
Yep. Dude, everything got broken in my house, dude. Nick and Eddie were fighting one time, and I think it was Eddie threw Nick up against my big ass computer entertainment thing, and I had that little plastic or little glass like sand thing. I don't even know what it was, dude. It was liquid and had sand in it, and you could flip it, and it does cool designs.
Whoa.
Dude, it busted, but there was red liquid, and Nick was like. Nick always trying to stop the fights, dude.
I wasn't
They
here,
never
but I
actually
remember
fought. Nick was
Dude.
like, "Oh my god, dude, whose blood is that? Is that yours or mine?" Like, dude, you're not bleeding, you pussy. And he just always anything he could to get out of the fight, dude, with Eddie. Which is smart, because Eddie was fucking yoked back then, dude.
I remember one time they weren't fighting, but they were
never
getting
got
ready
to
to
that point.
fight. They were standing in Eddie's front yard, screaming at each other, dude. All it was them saying, "Fucking hit me then! Go on, Nick, hit me!" And Nick's like, "Hit me, Eddie, come on, so we can fucking fight." And I remember at one point, it was so funny. I was looking Nick dead in his face. He went, "Hit me!"
It's so funny, because I can picture
I
Nick,
was
dude.
dying, dude.
With the fucking veins in his neck,
Yes,
dude.
it's exactly.
Just saying it so hard, dude.
It's exactly.
And they
what it
never
was.
fought. Nobody ever hit each other,
They
dude.
They stood there for, I don't know, like 3 minutes straight. Eddie fucking took his shirt off. You know.
Yeah, dude. Eddie,
Eddie's
bro.
always he would rip his fucking tank top to try and seem hard. He'd be like, "I'll fucking fight you right now."
Yeah, dude, but he pre-cut him at the top,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Like, what's that hole for? He's like, "Oh, don't worry about it."
Yeah, later
Nick,
on.
damn it,
they'll-
Nick!
I'm sure I'll show you later on.
Yeah.
Nick says something, bro. Dude, that they never fought. I remember too. We were at like the intersection, I think, and
forgot.
right by the sewer, and they started yelling at each other, dude. And I'm like, every time, dude, I'm like, please, Eddie, just fucking hit Nick, bro. Just one hit him, just drop him, dude. And he never did. But I was like, they started arguing, and I'm like, dude, I'm not even gonna pay this any attention. And we just like kept skateboarding by, because I'm like, I know nothing's gonna happen, dude.
Yeah.
Never
Ridiculous.
fought. Never threw a
Never.
punch, dude.
Best friends. That's why.
Yeah, I guess so. Dude, they still hang out a lot. Eddie's always like going to Nick's house and hanging out.
I knew they played PlayStation.
The only people I've ever fought are like my siblings. Like we fought all the time growing up, but
Did you ever fight your brother?
yeah, but I've never fought like another person outside of my siblings. The one time I did, like I don't even remember. I remember who it was, but I'm not gonna say. But there, it was at school. This girl was saying something that like she wanted to fight me, and I was like, okay, like
Oh, you're about it.
if you want
scary,
to, then
dude.
let's go. Like I'll meet you after school, whatever. Like if this,
Meet me after school.
yeah, I was like, if you
Behind
want
the
to,
gym,
fine.
motherfucker.
Like it'll happen
Yeah,
or whatever.
on the
She went to the
playground.
principal.
On the playground.
No, she
went to
did
the
not.
principal? Wow.
She went to the principal,
What?
and the principal called me into his office, and he was like, "What do you think your mom would think about this?" And I said, "I don't know. I don't care."
Let's call her.
Yeah.
Bitch.
I don't remember what happened after that, but I remember like I was so sick of like the back and forth between me and this
Yeah.
girl, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's fucking go. Like you wanna?
Yeah.
My bad. You wanna keep talking? We can throw hands, but
That's
I
so
never
weird. She
actually
started
have.
it, and then you were like, all right, bet. And then she got scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Like,
scary
what's the
shit,
point,
man.
dude?
I thought about it the rest of the day. I was like, okay, fine. Like I guess I'm gonna fight after school.
Were you scared?
I don't
though, or you
condone
need to
that.
beat
I
her up?
don't condone fighting. I don't condone like see the way I was taught growing up is like my dad was always like if
Then
you
you gotta
defend
do what you gotta
yourself
do.
then that's like I will support you for defending yourself, but like don't ever just bully people and cause fights. So like when she kept antagonizing me and like oh I'm gonna fight you blah blah blah, I was like okay fine, let's fucking go then. Like
Yeah. And
Let's
to be fair, you
fucking do
didn't
it.
actually fight her.
True.
You just said, I'll fight you, and then she got scared and stopped. Which is, I think that's most of the time, dude. The bullies, they just want to get under your skin, and then when you're actually about it, they're like, oh, shit, never mind. So,
Talking about school fights, Leo, I don't know if you were there that day. What class were you in 7th grade? You went to Hake, right? You went to the same middle school I did, right?
Yeah.
What class were you in?
You mean A, B, or C?
Yeah. I think I was 7C.
I think I was 6C, 7.
I think I was 7A.
I think I was 8A.
I was 6A, 7C, 8B. I hit all the letters.
Yeah, I think I did too, but I think I was 6C, 7B maybe, and 8A.
All right, so one day in school, right, it's like the end of the day. We had like the last class. It was math for my class. And it's like almost 2 o'clock. We're sitting in class, like just being dumb teenagers getting ready to start. This dude comes in. He's like, "Yo, there's a fight out in the hall, dude, for real." Went right back out. Everyone like froze. And we all just like got up and ran, dude, for real. It was Fabian, Kevin, and
and that teacher.
Yep.
Some
dude,
fucking teacher
going at it, dude. It was so crazy. They're going at it like across the hallway, up and down, like banging it on like lockers and shit. And then the teacher came in. Dude, they were going at it so hard. They like flung her off. She was like, like crashing in
the
a
teacher.
locker.
They flung her off. Oh shit!
It was so dope.
I remember hearing about that, dude.
It was amazing. It's probably one of the best things I've ever seen at school.
That's crazy.
Yeah, school fights are always so exciting for some reason.
So hyped, dude. Because there's a crowd. Yeah. When it's like Nick and Eddie, there was like 7 of us. When it was like someone at school, there's like 50 of you. And it's just everyone's like, oh!
Yeah, and plus kids are so dumb, and they're like, oh man, you hear about the fight, dude? It's so cool.
Yep.
Like, is it though? Like, looking back on it, it's like...
Yes, 100%. It was awesome.
It is still?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know whatever they were fighting about, if it was worth it, it doesn't matter. But as a spectator,
yeah.
Amazing.
Now, what about the teacher? Was she okay, dude?
Yeah, she was okay. She had a baby earlier the year, too. She had come back.
So why's she jumping in fights if she got kids, bro?
It's the right thing.
I'm sure there's
the right
policy.
Thing to do,
like, they can't just sit by and let them happen. Like, they have to intervene, I'm sure.
Nah, Desiree said they're not supposed to. She said you need to call somebody and they come and you're not supposed to do anything. Which is interesting. Dude, there was a fight in high school where apparently the chick took like a paperweight and like bashed someone's head in, dude. And there was like blood all over the classroom.
I don't remember that.
Dude, people are nuts, dude.
Bruh, our high school was crazy. I mean, I think it was our year that they implemented the clear backpacks.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, because people were bringing fucking...
seeing you around school, dude. Having that stupid-ass backpack.
And what did you have, dude? A mesh backpack, probably?
No, I went to my locker after every class to get new books.
Wow, you were that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need a backpack. I know my combination.
That right.
Guess what? Not all of us remember their combination, dude. There's too many freaking letters. And guess what? What if your locker is hella far away, dude?
Then I would grab numerous books, or I would just be late.
All right, fair enough.
I
was always late.
Leo, you don't remember shit. Every time we try
That's because I barely went.
No, I mean nowadays. Like every
my memory shot.
Every time we do one of these things, or like something with YouTube or the podcast or something, you're always like, wait, what's the password? Bruh, and I have to tell you every time.
I remember that's because there's 2 different passwords. One of them has a 1 or one of them has a 0 or something.
There's no zeros.
All right, well, one of them has a 1 and one of them doesn't.
But it's literally the same password minus that.
What's the password?
Then it's not the same.
The password is.
I was wondering.
Dude, I remember seeing Dustin, dude. He would walk by. It was like pretty much whenever they had detention, I don't know. I had like a 2-hour like every day because I wouldn't show up to class.
Oh,
dude, I'd miss I would be late like every day, and after so many days, you get a 2-hour detention, bro. Yeah. And I would see Dustin like walk by, and I'm like, hey. I think you joined me one time, dude. You were down there.
Yeah, one time. That's just a lot of times where I had 2 hours. Pissed me off.
For being late or what?
You were 3 minutes late, so as a punishment, you have to stay 2 hours past school. Dude. What?
Or what? If you skip it, you get suspended or something?
Yeah, in school, and if you skip that.
Hey, Leo.
In school. Ugh.
While we're talking about high school, you want to talk about the the story with our friend?
Whose friend?
She's not really a friend. I don't want to say her name because I don't want you to have to bleep it out.
Oh, I think didn't we say this already on here?
I don't think so. We talked about it in like the test episode, but we didn't talk about it in an actual episode.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. One time I was in class, dude, and I was sleeping.
Yep.
And this girl, dude, she got the nerve, bruh, to reach over and like tap me and be like,
"Hold on, I think we have to give a little context, right? Or no?"
I thought that's what I was doing, the context.
Well,
or wait,
why she would ask this of you? All right, so anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is whenever Leo would go to school, I almost said this earlier. Whenever Leo wasn't late, he would just sleep, like in class.
Yeah, every class, dude, I'd be sleeping.
That's why in the last episode, if you caught it, Des said, "Did you even go to school?"
Yeah, because she knows like I would either not be there or I'd be late. But when I was there, sleeping, dude. And it's like, for what, dude? I didn't do anything. I went home and played Call of Duty. What am I so tired for?
Yeah, you did. Because you raged all night, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude. That takes a lot out of you, bro. Mm-hmm. But I was sleeping in class one day, dude. And one of these days, and this girl, she, like, reaches over and taps me and is like, "Hey, Leo." And I'm like, "What?" Like, what are you... I'm sleeping. And she asked me, like, "Are you even going to graduate?" And I'm like, wow. Like, clearly I'm not, dude. I'm sleeping. Like, you already... Why would you ask questions you know the answers to?
Yeah, right.
No. I'm failing this class.
To wake you up to ask that.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, no. All right. And then I did graduate, but it was late. You know, I didn't get to walk. But that's all right.
Yeah.
It's overrated, dude.
Going back to blanket tag, remember that time in your house? I think someone was chasing Nick. And Nick was trying to get around Jason, I think.
Yeah, he was.
And Jason was just standing in the way.
And we think this because we didn't see it. We were down in the basement. So we can only conclude from what we heard that he was probably in the way.
I think
you
I
did?
did see it. Yeah. I think I came around the corner. Either I was the one chasing Nick or I was behind the person chasing Nick because I convinced him not to tag me and to go tag Nick. So I came around the corner and I could see Nick just standing there like with his hands down like this, like kind of like "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Get the fuck out of the way!" He screamed it to Jason. It was so funny, dude.
Dude, I remember I was in the basement and I heard him, dude, because I was down there hiding. And that's all I heard, and I was like, what the fuck? And then you probably heard Jason's dumb little giggle, dude. Dude, that laugh, dude. I wish I could do it perfect. His little laugh, dude.
There's a Fail Army video that I think the three of us watched, and Dustin paused it because he was dying so fucking hard, and he was like, "Bro, that's Jason's laugh."
Jason.
It sounded just like Jason, dude.
Yeah.
100%.
What's the one whose feet came up?
Eddie. Eddie, dude.
So, there's the hallway in Leo's house didn't have any carpet or anything on it. And when we would play, we wouldn't wear shoes. You don't wear shoes in a house. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
anyway.
to play blanket tag.
So anyway, Eddie was chasing me, and I ran into Leo's room, and he went to like run and turn to like go into the kitchen, and his socks just the floor was slippery. He had socks on. He was like, "Oh, slip, boom!" Just loudest boom. In the whole house, I swear it shook the whole house, and it was so fucking funny, dude.
Dude, me and Dustin were right there front row, dude. Just we were on the floor, dude. I could not breathe. Literally. I thought I was gonna die, dude. I was like, we're fucking dead. This is how we go out. Can't breathe, dude.
I do remember being on the ground with you.
We were just laying there, just fucking can't. Dude, because he went from vertical to horizontal real quick, dude. In like 1 second,
why would
dude.
You go this way?
I meant to go this way. I'm sorry. I noticed that too, and I was gonna keep going, but you called me out. Dude, he was vertical, horizontal, dude.
So quick.
Because he fell this way. He didn't fall this way. You know? He like fell back.
I know you saw like the entire thing of him like turn and bow. All I saw, I went around the corner, I turned around to like prepare myself to dodge. all I saw from out of the corner was his feet just go, BAM!
Dude, it was so good. I watched him just fall, dude. And Eddie, dude, that wasn't even the first time he fell, dude. We were at your house, and again, I'm in the basement, dude, and I just hear this big-ass thump, dude. And we're like, what the fuck is that? And Eddie, I guess he was in Ashley's room, and I guess he slipped on the blanket and just busted ass, dude. It was so loud. Again, his fucking feet probably went from underneath him and just thud.
Oh, dude, it's so amazing.
Yeah, blanket tag is great. If you haven't tried it, dude, go play that shit. It's so much fun.
Doesn't matter.
And I think that's why, because you expect it to hit him.
Yeah.
And sometimes the air takes it, and then you could just jump back. Dustin's a beast at dodging, dude. You could never get him. Anything we played.
Dude, I played tag since I was a kid.
We should play that with our kids.
Like, shit, dude. We might get
You'll fucking wreck them.
The thing about the blanket, though, is, like, it gets caught on shit, too. So, like, you go to throw, like, over the kitchen table, you go to throw it, it might get caught on, like, the chair.
Yeah, you gotta blow the candles out, bro.
Yeah, the person that's it's like, oh, dang it. You're like, you run away because you're not it.
It's so
But
good, dude.
like,
We should play it.
But the thing is, like, if there's something on the table and they throw it, that blanket comes undone, everything is just gone off of it. Forget about it.
Dude, we should get GoPros, and then when we all hang out again, we should play it, dude. And we could just do a POV blanket tag, dude. That'd be sick.
That'd be
as
crazy.
adults.
Something else we do, or even when Leo was here, I think this was just a couple of years ago, is we would play what we call, again, at Laura's house. Dustin and I used to live there for a long time. Before the three of us got a place, is we would play Blackout hide and seek. So basically we would turn off all the lights in the house and you could only look for people with a flashlight. So one of the times I remember, like, I think it was Kajo was downstairs. Like, I was hiding behind, like, an old mattress that Mom had in the basement. And Kajo looked dead at me. I was like, he saw me. That's it. I'm done. He walked away. He didn't see me. He fucking shined the light, like, right on me or something. Did not see me. Yeah. And then Leo and I don't know how the fuck he got where he did, but we were master hiders. There was the time with Leo, the way Mom's house is set up is, like, in the basement. She's got, like Dustin was saying, like, a rail on one side to, like, walk down, but there's, like, a small, a banister, but there's, like, a small ledge on the side of the wall, and then, like, that's on the left side of the stairs, and then on the right side there's, like, a light. Well, since everything was turned off...
Dude, speaking of lights, I just remembered something Eddie did.
But since all the lights were turned off, like, I think I was it, and I could not find Leo. I was walking up and down these stairs. I was looking all around the house. I could not fucking find him. Finally, I looked up. This motherfucker was standing in the stairwell on the ledge that was in there, like, above me the whole time. I don't know how you didn't die laughing every time I walked past you, but I could not find him.
And it seems so obvious. If the lights were on, you could see me easily.
Dead ass.
And it was hard because the ledge was, like, this big.
It was
so you had,
small.
like, half your feet on it, and then I had to put my arms across the way and put it on the opposite wall.
I don't know how you even got up there. I don't know how you did that.
Yeah, dude. It's a high ledge to get up on.
Yeah, I would not do that. And then the time I did, everyone else had, like, I think Ashley was it or something. And so in Mom's house, she has, like, a high table. So, like, the kitchen table is up higher than, like, the normal height. And then she's got, like, the tall chairs to go with it. So I took one of the chairs and I pulled it up to the fridge, climbed on the chair and sat on top of the fridge, and then pushed the chair back with my foot and just hit on top of the fridge. And nobody fucking found me. It wasn't until I finally, like, pointed my flashlight at Ashley or, like, said her name or something. She was like, what the fuck? How did you get up there? It was so funny.
I think that's why it's so good, because, like, if you're playing hide and seek, regular hide and seek, those spots suck. Mm-hmm. So if you find an obvious spot in the day, and if it's blackout, dude, that spot's going to kill. 100%.
Well, see, and that's the thing also. This is one of the things I think we've talked about, Leo, but, like, nobody ever thinks to look up. Everyone always looks underneath stuff or behind things. No one ever looks up. So that's why I didn't find you and why Ashley didn't find me. Yeah, if you can get up somewhere, that's the best place to hide.
All right, Dustin, tell him about the light.
I'm gonna go back to the light real quick. So the stairwell, it wasn't like a light set on the wall. It was like a spotlight, right? So it like came out and like pointed down, so you can see downstairs. So we're playing Lego tag one time. I think me and you were in the basement, and we just hear like a gong, and Eddie go, "Oh fuck!" Like, what happened? He said, "I hit my head on the light coming downstairs."
Dude, and I had a feeling, dude, because I'm like, you're coming downstairs. There's only one thing you can hit on the way down. But in your head, you're like, but that'd be so stupid if you did that. There's no way. And he comes down.
Well, it's on the side.
Sure enough, dude. We went and looked at the spotlight. It's usually like shining down. It was like pointed directly into the wall. It's his fucking head.
And yeah, like Tori said, it's on the side, dude. Like if you're walking downstairs normally, you're good. He must have been like this up against the wall.
Not only that, like it's not like at head height, like it's set up to a
yeah, it's kind of higher up.
He like jumped down. Or something.
Yeah, he must have been galloping down the stairs, real excited, dude, and just cracked his shit.
Oh fuck! Dude, I can hear him saying it too.
You sound just so like him, dude.
I thought of another one, but I forgot it already.
That's all right.
Leo, I don't know if you know, but when I was a kid, we had a pool in my house. Do you know that?
No. In your house?
At my house.
Oh.
So like in our backyard, we had like this tall pool, and so like it was like one of the round ones or whatever, but it was like above ground. It wasn't in ground, and so we used to have friends over and stuff during the summer and like go swimming and things like that. And there was like a group of friends that we went to Catholic school with that came over, like it was a sibling set, and they came over and we were swimming, and my dumbass little kid brain, like I dropped something out of the pool, but I was like, rather than getting out of the pool, getting cold to try and grab this thing, I'm just gonna lean out of the side of the pool. You can imagine where this is going. I leaned way too far. We had like a rock bed outside of the pool to help like catch the water. I fucking cracked my shit. I fell right out of the pool, cracked my head.
Your head?
Damn.
I hit my head on the rocks and like was bleeding.
Did you go,
fuck! No, but my dad was like, why would you do that? Like, get out of the damn pool, you idiot. No, I was just like...
Well, you just did that yesterday, dude, with your keeping your headphone in, trying to close that door behind you, bro. When you could have just set it down, went over there, closed it. But I do the same stuff, dude. I try to throw something in the trash. Yeah, we try to find lazy ways around it. And then we mess up, and then we have to go do it anyways.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I couldn't reach it with my foot, so I just...
Yeah, you had to put it down and just go. I do the same thing at night, dude. I'd get in bed, have the light off. I'm like, shit. And I try to, like, reach out of bed and turn it off, dude. Couldn't reach it. Dude, one time I got this long-ass tube. I don't even know what it came from. We probably got carpet or something. And I had it in my room, and I would try to turn the light off from across the room, dude. This heavy-ass tube. And my mom threw it away one day. I was pissed, dude.
Of course.
I had to go turn the light off myself, dude. It's bullshit.
Dude.
Dude, one time, Roberto, he was dating this girl, and her mom was hella cool, dude. And we would always just mess with her for some reason. Like, I would put, like, really obscene things on her computer background. I won't say what they were, but it was really...
I'm
it was
sure
like,
we can imagine.
Like, I'm like, dude, that's messed up. But that's how cool her mom was, dude. She didn't care. And they'd be like, oh, Leo. And then they would change it. But, dude, her name was Laura, too, dude. And I remember...
Laura, too.
Dude, I was out there. I was laying in her front yard, and I cut out her name, Laura, as, like, a stencil. And I put it on my chest. And I was out there tanning. And then I took it off, and I had her name on my chest, dude. Because it was just white, and all around it was, like, tan.
That's hilarious. That is
Hell
awesome.
yeah, dude.
Why would you do that?
It was funny. And I'd be like this, and
that's honestly funny.
yeah, I'll do it right now.
Too. I remember when we were kids, like, in the summer, you were obsessed with tanning, dude. It's like the first day of summer when we get out of school, he'd be like, dude, I remember he told me a story one time. He was like, dude, I went to Woodson Terrace, and I just laid out for like 2 hours on one side, turned around, laid out for 2 hours on the other side. He was like, dude, when I got into that pool, it felt so good. Like,
oh my God, you're right, dude. That's the best feeling ever. Dude, because you're just laying there and you're all sweaty and hot, and then you just walk slow into the pool, dude.
It feels hella good. And then you're sunburnt hella bad for 4 days straight.
Yep.
Leo, dude.
But that tan, though.
He would not come outside. He would just lay in bed. He couldn't move because he was
dude, it hurt so bad. Dude, me and Dylan, we would go to T-Meyer, dude, and we would just bake, bro.
Yep.
Just lay out there for days. And I would be so we were like obsessed with it, dude. Like my strange addiction. I would pull down my shorts a little bit to see my tan line. And dude, my white skin underneath would like blind me, and I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude. Look at that difference. I'm tan as hell, dude. Dude, I got so tan. I don't think like Desiree realizes how tan I used to be.
Because we're so white now.
Yeah, we're pale as hell. My picture, like when we went into high school, we had the school IDs. My picture, I was tan as hell.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that, dude.
Nowhere close to that tan now.
Yeah, it's like, how come we don't tan as much as we used to back when we were kids?
Dude. Well, one, because it causes skin cancer.
And our skin's probably not as good as when we were young.
No.
Because of all the shit we did when we were kids.
I just thought of a kind of funny story. So the public pool we used to go to, the one that Leo hit his face on the wall.
Okay. It's just a public pool.
We used to play... We used to play sharks and minnows, and if no one knows what that is, it's one person's the shark, right? And they go and get the minnows. What they have to do is either tag them, or the way we would play is
you have to
bring them. Yeah, you have to pants them. You have to bring them up to the surface, right? And then and then now they're a shark, then you have to go get the minnows. By the way, I was the best shark and the best minnow. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, Dustin was good at pretty much everything we did as kids. He was always like the best one.
So there's this one time. Well, I would come up with like a trick, and no one would be able to like beat my trick. If someone beat my trick, I'd be fucked. So my trick was it was in the deep end. It's a 3-sided deep end, right? And then like the fourth side obviously goes to the shallow end. I would just stay along the wall until people got close to me. Then I would go underwater, kick off the wall to put distance between me and the sharks. And then I would just swim to the other wall and I'd be safe. And then I would just do the same thing. And no one ever... So anyway, one time Eddie was the shark and he went to like go get me. And I kicked off the wall, but I was wearing new swim trunks and I hadn't tightened them right. He said he came up to the surface immediately because when I kicked off the wall, he just saw all white ass like poking out the top of my shorts.
So he did get pants, dude.
There was like tan body, just white ass.
Dude, I love that line, dude. That equator, bro, just fucking tan to white. It's amazing.
So funny, dude.
Dude, when I used to get tan though, this was when I was a kid and I didn't put any like sunscreen on or anything.
Never.
I was so burnt, dude. I had blisters on my shoulders. Wow. That's how burnt I was. And I remember because this was back in Halo 2. And I used to play Halo 2 religiously, dude, every day. And I remember telling all my little Xbox Live friends, I was like, hey guys, you know, I got really burnt. I can't even get out of bed. I'm not going to be able to play for a little bit. Dude, that fucking night I got on Halo 2 and was playing, bro.
Of course, yeah.
I was obsessed.
Hopefully you weren't raging.
No, I probably was, dude. But I was always in so much pain, dude. I love being tan. I hate getting burnt. That's why I don't, look at how white I am, dude. I don't do any of that shit no more. No.
Have you ever gotten a windburn before?
No, never even heard of it.
10 times worse. 10 times worse than a sunburn.
A windburn?
A windburn. So I'm not exactly sure, but like, so I'll tell you the story that happened to us. Dustin and I went to Lake of the Ozarks with my parents one year to go camping, and my dad would always like rent a boat and we would like go fishing and swimming and whatever. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just sit out and tan and sit on the boat or whatever. So I did that, but I got sunburnt. So then I was like, oh, I'll just like go lay down instead or something. But the wind on the boat was so strong. I had sunburn and then windburn on top of it. And I literally had blisters like all over and could not move. It was so painful. So I do not recommend.
That same trip, like the boat that they rented, it was seriously like a 15-foot by 20-foot like fucking piece of wood that they put a motor on the back of and like put a piece of canopy on. And then there was like 3 benches. It was not a sophisticated boat. So anyway, she just looked up
I pulled it up. So windburn is a condition in which the skin becomes red and painful after too much exposure to wind or cold air. So I'm thinking skin becomes sore and may peel off as it begins to heal.
So everybody else, back to my, sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just going to say, so I think it was because we were at the front of the boat. All the wind from the front of the boat was just like hitting me while I was laying down. So it was just like rolling off of me, and it was bad.
So the canopy and stuff and the engine was all in the back. So several hours in, when we were like, oh, we're all sunburnt, we need to go back. All of them, it was Tori, her parents, and she's got 2 siblings, so there's 5 of them, went and sat in the canopy area. But the way the sun was shining, right, there was like one bench that had enough room to fit 5 people. Well, I was there as well, so there's 6 people on the boat. So what I had to do was sit out front, wet a towel, and wrap it around myself in a little
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. And just sit there.
Excuse me. What is it?
Did you feed the dogs?
No.
Wow.
You could text me. Dude, I got a word of advice.
What's that?
If you are going to go out in any sun, dude, when you're putting on sunscreen, if it's spray on, make sure you're in like a room or something when you do it. Because when we went on the cruise, I put it on outside and the wind took most of it. So when I put it on my legs, I got burnt as hell.
Dang.
And there was some of my leg was white because that was the part that got the spray on it, and the other part was red. And it looked like I had tribal tattoos of fucking sun.
Dude, that's sick.
Dude, it hurts so bad. I hate getting my legs and like my arms burnt, dude. It's the worst.
So is the shoulders for me.
Yeah, shoulder sucks too, because when you put shirts on, or like when you take a shower and the water's hitting you, dude, it hurts.
I hate it. I can't stand getting sunburnt.
When I went to Florida as a kid, and I got sunburnt super bad, but I wanted to keep playing, right? I didn't want to not play in the ocean. I was really into boogie boarding, which is also like just bodyboarding. Like you have a fucking thing and you just ride a wave with your stomach on the board. And I got sunburned so bad, but I wanted to keep playing, so I just threw a shirt on. Tried to do it. Yeah, it didn't work. My shoulders still hurt like a motherfucker.
You just reminded me, I wasn't the only one that face planted, dude. Why don't you tell your face plant story, you fuck?
Can we tell your face plant story?
Yeah. Oh, not my face plant story, but when I hit my face in the water, bro, you got a similar story. You want to talk about me, dude? I remember a time, too.
Oh, yeah. I got fucked up. I wasn't like you. I didn't make it out with my pretty face. So anyway, that's why it's so jacked up now.
That's why you grew a mustache to cover up all your scars,
exactly.
bro.
It's devastating. We grew up in the middle of the country, right? So going to the ocean, we're like, oh, this is so awesome. And what I'd like to do is jump over the waves and like dive over them, right? But and I thought I was good. I was in a place that was like chest high, right? Well, there was a sandbar that made from chest high to like waist high. So I went to jump over a wave and dive in, smack my face right into the bottom of the ocean. And I remember I was like, oh, and it was kind of like the feeling. I remember to get the feeling, you know, when you like hit your nose, and you're like, oh, I gotta sneeze, kind of feeling. I remember feeling that, and I was like, oh, mom, I'm bleeding. We gotta go back. We had just got to the beach too.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, sure enough, I went back. I had something right here, and right here.
Dude, you were bleeding. You got to get out the ocean, dude. Those sharks will come get you.
Yeah. And it
now, what did you call it, though, dude?
Water.
What did you call it?
So,
divertitis.
Wow, okay. It's called divertitis.
Spoilers, dude.
But what does it mean, Dustin?
So, when we came back, I like to tell everybody I got a flesh-eating disease from the ocean called divertitis. Because I dived at low tide and smacked my face into the ocean.
Oh, that's good, dude.
Yeah.
So now every time my parents go to a beach, they write Dustin's face was here.
Do they really?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
I think we did that when we went to the Bahamas. Didn't they do that on the island?
Divertitis, boy.
Yeah, dude. So the other faceplant story.
Yeah.
Leo and I, we used to rollerblade back when it was cool.
Which was never. It was never cool. It was just, I really liked it though. It was my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, it was super fun. We went to. I got another one after this, dude. They're just coming off the top of my brain. I don't know. You'll obviously remember this first one. I don't know if you'll remember the second one.
I'll never forget the first one. You won't let me.
I almost told this one at your wedding instead of the pool one. So yeah. Me, Nick, and Leo were just out somewhere. We went to the old Shop and Save on the Rock Road. Not the one that's no longer a Shop and Save. The one older than that that's no longer a Shop and Save. I think it was a Schnucks back in the day. But anyway, there was a median, like a median island, right? So there's 2 roads and then a median. And we were rollerblading. Nick, I guess, was on his bike.
Yeah, he was on something. He never had rollerblades.
Yeah. So there was a little curb, but it wasn't like a curb. It wasn't like a right angle curb. It was like a ramp curb. And Leo's like, dude, I'm about to jump this curb. I'm gonna get so much air. It's gonna look so dope. We're like, yeah, man, do it. He went to do it, but his wheel just didn't go up the curb. All it did was just like get stuck in the lowest point of the of the curb. And he went, oh! His feet flew up over him. Bam! Smacked his face right into the mud.
Dude, I did get hella air though.
Is that the same one where the curb turned?
It was so crazy. What?
Is that the same one where the curb came out of nowhere? Like it turned the sidewalk? Or
No,
is that a
that's
different
the
one?
next one.
Gotcha.
So,
But dude, I remember when I hit my face, dude, I got up and just mud, dude, on my face. And it fucking hurt, dude, because there's little rocks and shit. And fucking... Dude,
I
it was
remember
terrible.
looking in the mud and seeing like an imprint of where your face was.
My face was there, dude. That shit hurt.
So every time there's mud, I write Leo's face was here.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the rollerblade thing. Leo and I don't know if you ever went. Leo and I used to go to a local skating rink called Coach Light. So anyway, we went to a local skating rink. We thought we were cool because, we could actually skate. Everybody else was like, and we're like, bro, check this out. We're skating backwards around them and stuff.
Dustin's still hella good.
Cool.
We went for our niece's birthday a couple years ago.
He was
I was
out,
struggling. He was just arms crossed skating backwards. I was like, fuck you.
I was like, come on, dude, what you got?
Fuck you.
Kids are like,
oh my god, look at that guy, Mom.
So anyway, it was around this time we were teenagers, right? So like, even though we should have been in Coach Light, we're like, dude, it's cooler to be rebels. Let's rebel and not be in Coach Light.
Yeah.
I don't know why we thought it was cool to do that, but we like to try and do tricks and stuff. So we'd like find stair sets to like jump over, like do 180s and stuff, and be cool. So,
and by stair sets, he means like set of 3. Probably.
Yeah, right. I think the most we did was 5 on rollerblades. So anyway, Leo was like, one night we went to Coach Light, and he was like, dude, there's this hill by this place, by this bank. We need to hit it. Like, we need to go and skate it. I was like, bet. So me and Leo left. We get this, dude, giant hill. Seriously, huge.
It's so big.
It was like as tall as a department store going down. And he was like, all right, you go down that sidewalk, I'll go down this sidewalk. I was like, bet. So about it, we start going towards the bottom. My sidewalk fucking turns. So it goes, and it's not a gradual thing either. It's like, bam. Yeah. Just like straight, like 45 degrees out from the sidewalk. So I was like, oh shit. Went to turn, didn't even work. I just fucking rolled down the sidewalk.
Oh my god.
Cut my knee all up. And so Leo, I saw him just like skating away on his sidewalk and didn't turn. And I skated up to him. He was like, dude, wasn't that awesome? I was like, no, dude, I fell. My sidewalk turned. Like, I think we need to go back. I'm bleeding. My fucking jeans were all cut up.
Dude, like, why don't I remember that?
I don't know.
I don't even really remember that.
Dude, my knee was fucked.
Interesting question.
Go on.
I know you lying. Rude.
Didn't you just turn Siri off?
Yeah, I turned her off on my computer. For some reason, she's talking to me on my phone.
So
rude, dude.
This is this is the one I'll stop on because I know we got to wrap up soon. But I noticed when listening back to our first episode that I didn't finish one of my stories.
Yeah.
And
kept us in suspense this whole time.
Yeah, and you mentioned Nick or whoever was on their bike, and it reminded me of it. So, one of the instances, not the same one as when I got pulled over for not stopping at a stop sign, but another instance where I was biking over to my friend Heather's house. That's what we used to do all the time. It's like I'd bring my bike over there, we'd go up to the park, whatever. So there was one time, Heather and I would she would ride on my handlebars, or I would sit on the seat and she would sit on the bar in front of the bike towards the handlebars. And so we were riding it together, and she went to jump off, or she didn't want to be on the bike anymore. So she jumped off and flung my handlebars, and I could not control myself. And I just remember my handlebars going like this, shaking back and forth. I ran into a stop sign.
Oh my god.
Straight on. We heard the stop sign go bong. It rung out. And so now every time there's a stop sign around, or I run into anything, it's the continuing joke in our family. My dad is always
run into anything?
Yeah, my dad is
a lot?
I'm clumsy, so yeah, I'll trip over something, or I'll fall on something, and my dad will be like, oh, watch out for stop signs, or he thought it was so funny after that. Anytime I would get on my bike, he'd be like, look out for stop signs.
That's such a dad
always
thing,
trolling me. Yeah, dude.
I wouldn't know because I don't have one, but if I did, I
mean, you have a dad, you just never knew him.
Oh yeah, I never. Yeah.
One time, it was another tag thing. I don't know why as kids we always made up tag games. Did you guys used to play lava tag at the parks?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yep.
Play Lava Monster?
Yeah,
I
so...
was a fucking king at this.
Again, Dustin's the best, dude.
So we were playing something similar to that, but it was in my friend's backyard. And it was one of these tall wooden tree houses, and we were playing tag or whatever, and I went to jump from... It had one end of the treehouse over here and one end here, and then there was a wooden bridge that went in between them to walk to it. So I went to jump from one end to the other, and I didn't quite make it, so I went to grab one of the wood pieces on the bridge, and it snapped, and I fell and landed
Lion King style.
Landed on a 4x4 piece of wood on my back and just drug down it. I have a scar on my back still from it. It was so bad. I just remember going,
Yeah.
I could not breathe. It hurt so bad. So we went back to my friend's house because the place we were playing at was a couple houses down. It was her friend's house. So we went back to her friend's house, and her mom just starts praying and cussing and stuff in Spanish, and I'm like, oh god, how bad is it? She's not saying anything, and she was just putting washing it off and put stuff on my back, and then I had to walk home, which it was only a couple blocks away.
She didn't drive you back home?
No, we walked everywhere. It was 2 streets away. So I went back to my mom's house, and I was like, hey mom, I fell out of the tree house. And I showed my mom, and she was
she was pissed.
oh my god. She was so upset about it. I couldn't sleep on my back for 2 weeks after that. That shit hurt so bad. It was so bad. So yeah, I'm clumsy. I fall out of things. I run into things. I trip on stuff all the time.
All right, Dustin's got to go, everybody. So thanks for watching. If you haven't seen the first part, definitely make sure to check that out.
Yes.
If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we also have the videos of us talking available on YouTube. So if you'd like to check those out, we'll make sure to leave the links for that below in the description. But yeah,
That's it.
Other than that, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.